again.
Yeah, we spent a lot of time putting the skateboarder on there.
We've put a lot of effort into this presentation.
So
it looks great.
Thank you. Thank you. This is the Cool Kids intro made by literally us two cool kids who work in OSL. So you know what we're telling you is the truth and nothing but the truth.
Do you want to introduce yourself?
Sure. My name is Joy. I'm a senior this year, and I work in the Office of Student Life.
And my name is Priyanka, or Pri. I'm also a senior, and I'm the general manager of a programming group called Good Times Programming, which we will talk more about in a bit.
We've been waiting for you all summer, and we're so glad you're finally here.
So that's how we feel about freshmen and other students. We're so glad that you're finally here. We're ready to get the semester started. So the Office of Student Life. OSL is the cool little nickname. So if you want to be a cool kid like us, call it the OSL. As you probably have noticed, UWGB loves its acronyms, so get used to it. So in pre-COVID times, we put on a lot of the events that you would go to as a student. They're a lot of fun. Obviously, they were in person and a lot more people could go to them. It also wasn't just for GB students. There's also a lot of events that you can bring friends and family to. So it's open to them as well. And the events were usually free and or very low cost. So OSL was kind of the big man on campus. Another thing about OSL is that since we do so many things, we like to say that from orientation to commencement, we'll be there with you all the way. So you'll be interacting with OSL from day one to day last.
And, you know, hopefully when this pandemic ends and there will be more people allowed to hang out in the suites, you know, we want you to feel comfortable in there. You know, it's like a second, third, fourth, maybe home. So that is me taking a nap on the floor during finals last year. So, you know, we want you to feel welcome.
So at the family reunion, who we introducing? So these are all the people that work in the OSL. So the first thing that we have is the pro staff, which stands for professional staff. I like to think of them as the actual adults in OSL. They kind of know what's going on. They're kind of the bigger guys, and they're usually our supervisors as student workers. So the next 6 that you see in the different colors are all student positions. So if you're interested in a job on campus and you're interested in a job in the Office of Student Life, these are some of the options that you can go through. I would definitely kind of keep an eye out for openings because a lot of us are seniors, so we will be leaving after this year. So you'll have a lot of opportunities to get a new job on campus and to have a lot of fun doing it. So we have front desk assistants, program development assistants, which I am one of them, graphic designer, Good Times Programming, GB Nights event staff, and the student ambassadors.
So these are the pro staff members in the office. We normally have 3 more, but you know, COVID things, people switching jobs, budget cuts, etc. So we have Adam here. You might have seen him in other GB welcome events, and I honestly don't know what it looks like, so forgive me for that. Then we have John. He's in charge of student orgs, so like if you have a question about a student org or you want to create an org, you just need 2 students and a faculty advisor. He's your guy. Megan does commencement and other cultural programming. Steph does, you know, various programs as well, including bingo and GB nights. So Joy works under Steph. And then Tina is the office manager. So, you know, just general OSL questions, you know, go to Tina. And Adam also supervises GTP, so I work under him. So we have our lovely front desk assistants here, Erica and Emily. They're like the first face you see when you walk into OSL. And they also like help out with events when we need them. So love them. We might be hiring more. I don't know because of COVID things, but keep an eye out for those positions, that position.
So we have the PDA, which stands for Program Development Assistant, not Public Displays of Affection. So as you can see, I'm one of the PDAs. The big events that I'm kind of known for working at are bingos, our GB nights, and then I also work at various other assorted OSL events. So you'll probably see me around, either online or in person. We have a new PDA position, and that's sound. So she'll be working with Megan for commencement and the cultural programming that Megan puts on. And then also like me, she'll be working at various other OSL events. So you'll be seeing me and sound just around on campus. I like to think that we're nice people. So if you see us, you can wave and say hello. You can ask us questions as well. We're here to also help. Yeah, that's PDAs. Next, we have our lovely graphic designer. Our graphic designer is Diane. If you look at the two posters, we have two examples of her work. She does such a great job. Honestly, like the posters are kind of the biggest way that we advertise our events, and she does such a good job with them. Honestly, that's how we get people. Again, this is a student position. So if you are artistically inclined or you have friends that are artistically inclined, definitely keep an ear out for this position opening as well. It's a lot of fun and you get to hang out in the OSL with all us other OSL workers.
So next we have Good Times Programming, or GTP for short. So we're a board, again, all students. There's 8 people on the board and we all do different things. So I'm the general manager. Janie is our social media person. Madison does music events. Tyler would normally do like a lot of travel events, but COVID. Max is novelty entertainment, so that's like comedians, hypnotists, magicians. Lacey is creative expressions, so she does more of the crafty things, and in non-COVID times, dances. Yes, we do have those in college. Ben is a position called mindful living, so kind of, like a well-rounded, mental health, physical health, keeping everything in check. And then Krista is our cultural programmer within GTP. So, oh, no. Well, we have another, I don't know the word. Yeah, honorary. Thank you. Another honorary member of our board. Her name is Phoebe Phoenix, and she's kind of our mascot. We dress her up for all our events to promote them, and then we have her take pictures with our acts. So you can see a lot of those highlighted here. We have a whole album for her on our Facebook page, so check that out. But yeah, we love her. She's a lot of fun. We just started using her as advertisement this past year. So yeah. So these are some GTP events from past years. Obviously, it's not going to look like this year, but we're still going to try and have some fun. So we're going to be doing more virtual programming. But yeah, you can see a lot of it is just like, fun student events, but we also have, bigger names like Jesse McCartney in the top right, and then Charlie Barons from Manitowoc Minute right under him. In the center, the top picture, that's Jim Wand. Yeah, that's Jim Wand. He's a hypnotist, and he's been coming to our school for the last 28 years. So it's like one of our longest standing traditions. But yeah, we just like to have a lot of fun. It's kind of sad that it won't be like this year, but gotta do it what we gotta do. So then the student ambassadors, you are familiar with some of them at least, but this is the whole team. Um, so they mostly do a lot of work around freshman orientation now. But during the school year, they also do tours. So like normally, you see them walking around with a group of people around campus, and you just know. And
So next we have OrgSmorg. So OrgSmorg is kind of the main event that you'll be using to find an on-campus org. So if you don't know what an org is, it stands for student organization, which is basically just a club, something that you do that's not academic related. However, there are academic related clubs as well. There's a very wide variety of orgs that you can join. Right now we have more than 130 different types of orgs, and it's super easy to make your own if you want one. Literally, all you need is 2 people and an faculty advisor. Super easy, super simple. So if you can't find an org that you like out of that 130, you are free to make your own. So OrgSmorg is usually in person, and it would be in the Phoenix rooms, and we would just have all of the orgs in there with their different representatives, and you would just walk around and talk to them and see what they're about, just to see what it is that you might want to do that semester. Obviously, we are in Miss Rona's world, so we have to abide by her, which means we are not going to have an in-person OrgSmorg. However, we are smart, and Phoenix, we always rise to the challenge, so we're having a virtual OrgSmorg. So if you look at the dates, we have September 8th from 3 to 6 and September 9th from 10 to 1. So the links for these OrgSmorgs can be found on the campus calendar. An easy way to find that calendar is to Google UWGB events calendar or UWGB master calendar. So you'll find OrgSmorg on there, but you'll also find any other events that anyone is putting on. So go ahead and kind of look through that and see what's happening. So you can have something to do this semester. But the OrgSmorg is basically just going to be a bunch of different sessions, a bunch of breakout rooms. The org representatives will be in those rooms, so you'll be able to hop from room to room, kind of like you were walking past different booths, but obviously virtually. So you'll get to meet them, speak with them, see if that club is something that you're interested in doing, and possibly sign up to be a part of it. Definitely put this down on your calendar. Orgs are very important to the student experience, and you can find a lot of friends, and it's one of the easier ways to kind of find your people in your group on campus. Next, we have UWGB Nights. So as one of the PDAs, UWGB Nights is one of the bigger and more important events that I help put on. Not to kind of brag, but GB Nights was really fun and it's really popular and everyone loves it. So before all this COVID stuff, GB Nights was this huge event that we would have once a month. It would be on a Friday night, so it was a late night event from 9 to 12. And basically we'll take the entire union and just fill it with free things for you and friends and family to do. So it wasn't just GB students. You could bring anyone that you wanted to it as well so they can join in on the fun. There was always food, entertainment, physical activities, crafts. It was just a whole lot of fun. This year, we are going to be trying to do kind of a smaller version, a diet version of UWGB Nights. It won't be as big as it was before, but we're hoping that it will have the same vibes. So then once, we get out of this COVID mess and GB Nights comes back full force, you'll be able to go to that and enjoy it the way that it's meant to be enjoyed. So we have some pictures from some past GB Nights. GB Nights almost always have a theme attached to them, so it's always fun to kind of get into the mood. Like I said before, there's always food, so we have snacks, but a staple of GB Nights is ice cream. So every GB Nights, we have some type of ice cream with, different flavors, a special flavor, and then toppings. This year, we are going to be trying to keep that tradition going. So definitely keep your eye on student life. Keep an eye out for GB nights, and if there's going to be any type of food there, we're definitely going to try and get some ice cream to you. Another thing that's really popular at our GB nights are stuffed animals. So a lot of times we would have stuffed animals a la Build-A-Bear mode. So you would just get the stuffed animal, we give you the stuffing, and then you just sit down and stuff it with your friends. Um, it's surprisingly a lot of fun, and it's extremely popular. People will collect GB Nights bears. I remember my freshman year, I ended both semesters with like 15 different bears. Like, it was ridiculous the amount of stuffed animals that I had collected, but it's a lot of fun, and it's kind of like a GB thing. It's just tradition. Um, let's see the next picture. You can see that's if you know Harry Potter, then you know about Quidditch. That was from our Harry Potter themed GB nights, which was a lot of fun. That's an example of an activity that you can just play on your own with your friends, something cool, something fun to do. You can see the bouncy house in the lower left-hand corner. We have brought inflatables to Green Bay so many different times. They're always a hit. They're always fun to go on. Um, we don't only bring like bounce houses, we also bring obstacle courses. We have like fighting rings. And then we also bring other physical activities. We've had laser tag, crossbow tag. If there's something you can do, we'll find it and we'll try to bring it to you. If you look at the mug, that's an example of the crafts that we do. Crafts are always a good way for like artistic expression, and they're always fun. So we always have a craft. And the last one is a picture of some of our wonderful GB Nights staff. So you can volunteer to be a GB Nights worker, so you can work. But we also do have new positions where you can be a GB Nights worker and you can get paid to work at GB Nights. And it's always fun to help out, but it's even more fun when you know you're getting paid for it, which I know from experience. So you can be a GB Nights worker and get paid for it. And then also as a GB Nights event staff, you're also open to work at other OSL events. So if you're interested in working OSL events and getting paid for it, definitely go that route. And it also gives you a deeper introduction to OSL. So you can start off as an event staff, and then maybe you upgrade to GTP, or maybe you become a PDA. So definitely keep an ear out for any open positions in OSL. You can take it from us. We love it. It's a lot of fun. The people there are great. The things that you do are great. We recommend 10 out of 10.
So, if you want to take out your phone quick and scan this QR code, we're going to be using the website called QGB for event registration this year. So this will take you to the GB Week event specifically, so there'll be more added later. I'm personally plugging this calendar take and make. So we'll be providing you with like some calendar scrapbook paper, and then you can pick out some like stickers to decorate and like decorative paper, all that. So when you get to that page, you can hit view details for the calendar take and make, and then you'll get to this screen. So then you want to hit respond, and then it'll prompt you to log in. You just use your GB email and password. That's one good thing about GB. Everything will use the same username and password. And then you can choose one 10-minute slot to come in and pick up your supplies. You want to be on time, use that time to pick out what you need, because after that we have to sanitize to prepare for the next group. But then, hit submit opportunity response and you're all set. So we're going to be using this website a lot. There'll probably be QR codes on posters, so you can just easily scan it and register. There'll be QR codes on other posters, like we have a comedian tomorrow night, so you can scan the QR code on those posters to just join the event. So yeah.
Right, it looks like that's all the time we have today. Once again, I'm your host, Emily, and I want to thank Priyanka and Joy for joining us this evening, facing the battle of friendship. Thanks for tuning in, and have a good night.
So working in OSL, you get opportunities to do some really fun things. So Nicole is actually on this call right now, but she used to work for GTP and she was a communications major. So we did a little mini TV show with her, which was really fun, good memories. So that's all we really have. Do you have any questions for us? No? Good. Well, then we'll let you go, and we look forward to seeing you at our events this coming year.
Enjoy the rest of the week. This is going to be a lot of fun
Yes.
this semester.
Thank you.
Yes, and welcome to GB.
Welcome to Jinx.
Have a good day.